So, you want to extend the battery life on your phone. Who doesn't? Watch this and maybe learn some new tricks. Also, share yours below. Your display eats plenty of power. The more it's on, the lower the battery goes. So the solution? Don't even look at your phone. Nah, head into your settings app, find or search for display. On iOS, it's display and brightness. On Android, it's under display. Creative names, I know. If your phone uses an OLED display, turn on dark mode. If your phone has an LCD, dark mode can help, but it won't save as much battery as with an OLED. You see, with OLED, every pixel is either on or off. LCD needs a backlight, so that will still run even with dark mode. If you want to jump into the whole display tech rabbit hole, check out CNET's LCD versus OLED article. You can also check out the phone OLED versus TV OLED article. Next, the brighter the screen, the more the battery drains. You can always swipe and adjust your brightness. If you're in a pinch, turn that brightness way down. You can also let your phone manage brightness for you. On an iPhone, head to settings, then accessibility. Tap display and text size. Make sure auto brightness is turned on. With Android, look for adaptive brightness and turn that toggle on. So if you're in a dark room, your phone will lower the brightness for you. If you go outside and on a sunny day, the phone will raise the brightness for you. The phone senses the conditions and adjusts accordingly for the best visibility and the most power efficiency. Refresh rate. We're still talking about the display, folks. You ever see a spec near the display that says 120 Hz or 60 Hz? That is telling you how often the screen refreshes in 1 second. The Hz stands for Hertz, so 120 Hertz means the screen is refreshing 120 times per second. Apple calls that rate ProMotion, and it's limited to its Pro line of phones. To extend the battery life of your phone, dig around the settings to lower this to 60 Hertz or automatic, which will adapt the refresh rate depending on your activity. If you're reading something, you really don't need a fast refresh rate. If you're gaming, you might need it. Streaming stuff. Streaming movies or TV shows or music is great, but the more your radios work, the more your battery does. If you have favorite playlists, download them. If you have a favorite show, download it. You got a favorite movie? What should you do? Download it! And of course, I mean legally. Use your streaming service's download feature to enjoy. When a phone reads media from local storage, it uses less power because it is not using the radios. Gaming. You like playing games on your phone? That's fine. You want to play something like Genshin Impact or some other 30 gigabyte game that is resource intensive? The longer you play, the more that battery depletes. You can mitigate this by dropping the resolution of the game and dropping the frame rate when you're worried about battery life. When you're fully powered up or plugged in, go nuts. Here's a good rule to follow. If it makes your phone warm or hot, your phone is working hard, and that diminishes battery life. Shooting video. Shooting high resolution video can take lots of processing power. The chip inside has to do a lot of work to take a lot of that information and compress it into a video file. So if you're shooting an 8K video for some reason, that's gonna eat up battery. Maybe drop down to 4K, which is still outstanding and more efficient. Background apps. If you have a lot of apps running, your phone is supposed to handle power management in the background. Check the apps that continue to work in the background because while they work, your battery is suffering. For example, Google Photos can back up your photos to the cloud. You can either turn that backup off or make sure it backs up only when you're on Wi-Fi. That presupposes you have a charger with you, I guess. Either way, transmitting data over 5G, that's a paddling for the battery. Transmit over Wi-Fi, it's less draining. iOS people go into settings, general, background app refresh, turn it off, and boom, battery saved, or choose specific apps. Airplane mode. You know those radios I keep talking about? It turns out that receiving transmitted data through the air is complicated. Complicated means it's gonna take some juice to handle. We can turn off 5G and Wi-Fi entirely if needed. Just tap airplane mode. Boom, the radios should be off. Your phone may be dumb as a brick this way, but if you downloaded a bunch of stuff, enjoy those. And remember to turn the mode off after you're charged. They built stuff for this already. iOS and Android both have battery saving modes. On iOS, it's called low power mode. Find it in settings over in the battery section. On Android, look for power saving. Toggle those on and your phone will make adjustments to survive. I know this is a controversial idea, but if you use your phone less, it will survive longer. According to a 2024 Reviews.org survey, Americans check their phones 205 times per day. 205 times per day. In 2023, people check their phones 144 times per day. Maybe aim for less than 205 times? You know, that same report says that in 2023, over 75% of the people surveyed use their phones on the toilet. In 2024, that number dropped to around 65%. So either people are using their phones less on the toilet, or they're just lying. Either way, your phone might be disgusting, so clean it. Find out how at cnet.com. Do you have any tricks to keep your phone lasting all day? Let us know in the comments. Before I go, here's a couple of short tips. If you get a lot of notifications, turn them off. Every buzz or ping is making your phone work. Just remember to turn them back on. If you're headed to an airport, bring along your charger, a cable, and a small surge protector. If all of the outlets are taken, pull out your surge protector and say, hey, do you mind if I share some electricity? Or whatever people say. People might say yes, and if they don't, find another part of the airport. I mean, what's that person's problem anyway? The utter gall of this person. What, they don't know the airport? Let me know your battery life tips. Share this with the group because we're all in this together. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because that will help more people see this. I'm Ayaz Akhtar and I'll see you online or the airport.